Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're here in Long Beach with Toyota, getting to take a look at the 2026 Toyota GR86 Yuzu Edition. This is limited to 860 units. You can also get a base 86 along with a premium 86, but with this Yuzu Edition finished off in Yuzu yellow, you have a lot of very nice accessories. So let's take a look at those right off the bat. You'll notice this has a satin black wheel. You get Brembo brakes with this model as well. And you also get a body kit too, which is a Toyota accessory, but I think it looks really good molded, especially with the lower side skirts and the front and rear sections. Now you'll also notice too that this model comes with a quad tip dual exhaust, very large tips for this model, so it fills in the space in the back. And with this rear bumper, it has a great design with some more satin black accents running through the middle. And then this also gets Sach dampeners as well. And then for the rest of it, it is what you would expect from the GR86 in general. So let's move on to what this is powered by, which is a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder engine. You can still get it with a manual or an automatic transmission, and it pumps out 228 horsepower, 184 pound-feet of torque. That power is sent to the rear wheels. This weighs in around 2,800 pounds. It'll do 0 to 60 in 6 seconds. Top speed is 140 miles an hour. And it also has a 13.2 gallon fuel tank. You'll expect to see 20 miles per gallon in the city and 26 out on the highway. Now, as we work our way to the rest of the exterior styling, let's come back to the front, where you'll notice this has a dark housing for the LEDs up front with the DRL and turn signal in the lower section. You do get a large front grille here with a lot of cutouts and 2 GR badges that you will notice too. More of that matte and black finish there to give it a great look. And then you have the latest Toyota badge design up front. And then to the side, you'll notice that we have some gloss black accents for the mirrors. There's also a functional vent in the front fender as well. You'll notice there's some black trim accents around the window, so it gives it a really cool design with the yellow. And then in back, we have a very large duckbill spoiler to give it a great design. You'll notice too the dark housings for the LEDs with the strip that runs right through the trunk lid to make it blended nicer. And within that same trim piece, you do have a button where you can release the trunk. You can use the button on the key fob, of course, or the one located on the interior. Now this is a small vehicle, and if you are new to the channel, I used to own a GR86. This was my practical sports car when I owned it at the time. You can fold the back seats down to get a little bit more space. You also have some storage underneath the floor where you might be able to put in a spare tire if you wanted to. You can remove this piece here, but especially with the back seats folded down, I could fit a lot of items in this car. So this was my practical daily, so you can have a fun sports car that also has additional space. Now, as we work our way to the interior, you'll notice on this driver's side, here's the plaque with the limited number there, 860 for this particular model. Really cool to see that badge. And then for the rest of the interior, you have some suede on the door panel here, more yellow stitching with some leather. You have your window controls, side mirror adjustments as well, and then a very nice design for these seats. You'll notice more of the leather stitching along with some Alcantara and all of the leather. Now these are manually adjusting seats, so the easiest way to get into the back seats, if you have some passengers, you have the release on the top there, so you can bring the backrest forward, and then you will have to slide the seat forwards and out of the way. Now at 5'10", I will attempt to climb into the back. This is better for extra storage if you really needed it. However, I might be able to ride around town. My head is touching the headliner here. It's going to be tight for your leg room there, but if I needed to at least ride around, you have 2 functional, semi-functional seats. It would be great for kids if you were looking for a practical sports car where you have some smaller kids in the back. Now you have a small door sill, so you can easily step over that. And this model here is paired with the 6-speed manual transmission, which my 86 was equipped with. Definitely a very fun vehicle to drive with that manual. Now for the rest of the interior, you'll notice for the steering wheel, it's finished off in leather with more of the yellow accents. You get a GR badge down below, you have cruise control, and then for the rest of these controls, you have Bluetooth, volume and tuning. This is also equipped with distance pacing, which is neat to see for a manual, and you have some other adjustments to go through the digital gauge cluster, where you do have that cool opposing piston design along with a few other features. You also have the trunk release, a dimmer switch, and 1 air vent. Now right in the middle, you do have a little bit larger of an infotainment system, it looks like, compared to my version, where you do have some physical buttons on both sides, so you can at least always pair your phone and go through some of those apps. You do have some large dials down below for your temperature. So you have fan speed, where you like the air to go, laid out very nicely, along with the toggles underneath. So this does have a defroster. You have that for your mirrors. You have some mode controls for your AC and all of those adjustments. And then of course the 6-speed manual transmission, and you have some traction control adjustments down below. Now you also get heated seats. You get storage in the middle along with 2 cup holders. So those are your cup holders, which are hidden, but it's nice for this smaller interior that you have those. And then there's also the glove box storage space as well. Now at my height, 5'10", I have about 4 inches or so of headroom up top, and these seats are height adjustable. So if you are taller than me, you can put them all the way down and get a little bit more headroom up top. And then you'll notice too that double bubble design for the roof, which not only gives it a great look from the exterior, but it's more functional for the interior. So even if you have a helmet on, that gives you a little bit more headspace. This also has some more of the Alcantara for the gauge cluster topping there too, which is a really nice accent. And then we'll take another look at these seats, which just have a great look to them. The bolstering support is also very nice too, similar to my vehicle. So they'll definitely hold you well when you're doing some performance driving. So ending thoughts with this Yuzu Edition, this is definitely a very fun, compact sports car. We were able to drive a high cone edition last year out around the racetrack with the Brembos and the Sach dampeners. Definitely a big upgrade over a standard 86. My vehicle did not have any of those modifications, and we could really see a big difference with these coming from the factory. So if you're looking for a smaller vehicle that's definitely going to have a lot of fun factor to it. It's not the most powerful, but you can roll through these gears and just have a very well handling and balanced sports car. This is a great option to go with. You can take a look at our GR86 playlist as well to see all of the modifications that I did to my car and how this drives on the track, mountain driving, things like that. Definitely a great vehicle to drive and get behind the wheel of. So that's going to wrap it up for this 2026 GR86 Yuzu Edition. Once again, a huge shout out to Toyota for letting us take a look at this. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. We'll see you all in the next video.